Hi, my name is Amber Doherty, and I interviewed Charles Andrews. So, Charles Andrews, also goes by Charlie, is the vice president and general manager of Acorn Pharma. He has more than 30 years of management experience, specifically in pharmaceutical plant operations, with extensive education and training in business and leadership. So, one thing that Charlie mentioned that I discussed in the previous slide was situational leadership. Now, for us, we did identify that as a contingency theory of leadership, which Hirakawa maintains that different leadership styles are appropriate for different situations. Now, that means that each situation differs, just like we were discussing earlier, not one size fits all. And I think that's something that we've learned consistently through our uh, course this semester because even think of the turn the ship around when what the techniques that worked on one ship didn't exactly work on another. So you really have to tailor your leadership strategy to each situation and individual. So something else I thought about when pulling this presentation together and when I was interviewing Charlie was Levanger's text when he said executives will have a newfound and profound perspective on how their company operates from the bottom up rather than the top down. They will have a better sense of the impact not only of their decisions, but also their decisions and communications. So, whenever Charlie was talking to me and he was saying how he likes to engage face to face and he likes to know who he's working with and let them know that they can trust him, he talked about how that instills culture, which is something else that we've discussed a lot this semester is what's the culture of your organization? How does that impact your organizational communication? And in Charlie's aspect, he thinks that that starts from the beginning. That starts from the bottom down, and you have to start engaging. So, just to kind of round all that out, I took a quote from Eisenberg, Goodall, and Trethewey, where they said that the specific role that communication plays in facilitating group performance also varies in accordance to the characteristics of the task situation. Again, that goes along with that contingency theory. All of this kind of ties together as it did in my interview with Charlie, where we just discussed hey, what your key is and what's going to make you an effective leader is if you tailor your leadership to each situation, to each task, to each individual. And I know that's a reoccurring theme in this presentation, but that was a reoccurring theme in our entire interview. Almost every question that we talked about led back to are we are we facilitating communication that's going to be tailored to our task and to our individual. So, as I kind of discussed, I hit on a few different um, sources from this semester that we all discussed. But one thing I just really wanted to mention was that everything from my interview with Charlie really just honed back to everything we've talked about this semester. I learned from him what it takes to be a well rounded professional. Everything that he was talking about as a leader literally went right back to what we've talked about this semester. I could pull in multiple resources talking about what things that do work, things that don't work in different studies, just because he hit on so many of them. These are just the three that I thought um, really applied to this specific interview even more. Thank you so much for your time today. I appreciate it, and I hope you all have a wonderful day.